competition.
Yep.
Then we got Tyler Herzog on the one, the 80 of Andre Prescott, Daryl Midgley back in that 81 machine. Now he's looking for redemption. Some of these Tucson races for him have not gone his way.
Yeah. It's either he's battling for a top spot or he's out early, it seems like. It's one or the other. Rounding out the field, we got local favorites, Jennifer Hall, who was a Super Late Model feature winner last year. Vanessa Robinson, great to see her back from Las Cruces, New Mexico. She took a couple years off there, and she's starting in the back. And then John Lashley, third place points finisher, past general manager here, still does a lot for the track.
Oh, yeah.
And here we go, green.
We're going green, 50 laps. Look for that 3 and 4 wide racing at times, especially at the start. But these drivers have to be on their best behavior because you do not want to go into the pits with a damaged car. Raz leads. Scott put on a challenge there on the start. So it's all calm up front, but in the back, we got them packed up.
Whole lot going on. Almost going 3 wide here. Back out just a little bit in that number 1 for a moment. Daryl Mitchell using that inside line, battling with somewhat teammate Brandon Carlson. Both of them from British Columbia.
And a lot of this has to do with sizing up the competition and sizing up your race car. Seeing what's going on. Now front. Cole Raz working the low side as he leads. Michael Scott, he's choosing to run the high side. All these teams trying to just put together notes for their notebook come tomorrow when it is the main event day.
But even for tonight, like you said, a lot of time to study. 50 laps is the distance, so we're just early on in this. It's Michael Scott. He's kind of doing what he can to get to the outside of the 27 and
I want to look away, but the battle for the lead is so tempting to watch. We still got them side by side on the back of the pack.
Yeah, we'll get hungry for a win after finishing runner up last year in the 27. He won at Wenatchee in their big money race last year. Also ran the Snowball Derby this past year.
Yeah, busy bee. Everything calming down around the racetrack. And these group of drivers still working on finding a soft spot to land here. So Midgley down low. Tyler Herzog up on the high side. Behind Carlson's number 14. Vanessa Robinson in tow. Now they're going to work on a 3 wide. Again, don't overdo it. You do not want to burn the toast tonight.
Oh my. Such a great battle. During the regular season. So some of these regulars, like potentially Vanessa Robinson, Jennifer Hall, John Lashley, they're trying to move up as much.
Now we got a battle here for third brewing up, shaping up into something.
Cassidy Hines, I've rarely seen her run outside the podium here at Tucson. She has really taken to this track since a couple of years ago.
You might be onto something about that Colorado thing. Marthaler in the 100 had a great run at Turkey Shoot. Unfortunately, ended that one in a crash. Kristen Swanson Swanson last year in this 100. Had a great run, and then an engine issue set him out. And we got lap traffic for your leader.
Yeah, they're working by John Lashley. Next up is Jennifer Hall. So they're going to need to find some extra speed if they're going to be able to do a 150 laps tomorrow.
Oh, hang up there for second. Michael Scott having to get around Hall the hard way. And now we got a battle for third coming into this lap traffic. Cassidy Hines under pressure from Marthaler. To the inside goes the 100. And they're closing into John Lashley, going a lap down by the leader.
Oh boy, that's getting close.
Oh yeah. This track's wide, but sometimes it's still pretty narrow.
And I've got my eyes glued while you're panning to this battle in front. I got my eyes glued to the back.
Yep.
Tyler Herzog and Brandon Carlson nearly touched. We don't want to get away from this battle for third.
Not at all. So it looks like Hines might get a break from Marthaler. Now, this whole battle has allowed Reed in the 42 to close in. Kyle Reed in his number 42.
By Jennifer Hall.
Yep.
And we got another battle.
Yeah. So that's Dylan in the 11 to the inside of Rudy Vanderwall. Dylan's going to take the spot. And as you were watching, this pack is still a pack. Herzog on the inside of Carlson.
What's going to get really interesting is we're only closing in on halfway. If this remains green, these leaders are going to catch that pack of cars like Tyler Herzog and Darryl Midgley that we've been watching.
Kind of looking through the field as we get up to the lead. Here is Scott getting by the 80 of Prescott. And here's your leader, Cole Raz in the 27. Fast time qualifier here today. Put him on the front row. And he's staying up front.
Raz has pulled pretty far ahead of Michael Scott. Scott not letting him get too far.
All right, well, we'll continue to see how this plays out.
Oh, and we got trouble for Weston Marthaler, who was running in third. Is he going to be able to limp it off the track?
I don't know. That's pretty slow pace. I don't think. Nope. So we go yellow. Yellow early on.
You were talking about that 90 degree, and when that car's not under power, it's hard to get under that hump.
Yeah. Well.
Turn up my.
So Marthaler going to have his issue here.
It's a tough break.
Yeah, going to need the push.
Yeah, Western Marthaler, we saw him have issues at Turkey Shoot as well. I don't think that one was really of his own doing, though. This really isn't either. You can't control what's going to happen under the hood or whatever might have happened. We'll have to get more info on that later on. So, tough break for Weston Marthaler. Luckily, we said it doesn't have bearing on tomorrow.
Yeah.
He gets a chance to qualify all over again tomorrow and see where he lines up, where it sounds like we'll be starting straight up from qualifying. I don't think we're going to do the 50-lap qualifiers since we're going to be going right into
I don't think so. Yeah. There's almost kind of no point when you're qualifying and then qualifying racing for the main event. But I think this, unfortunately, a little bit to my point earlier, the Marthaler Automotive Group team they've always got fast race cars and they've always got speed to prove. They just don't have the finish.
Yeah,
and unfortunately it's starting early for them this weekend. But sometimes this could be the best case scenario. It's better to have an issue tonight that you could potentially fix
Yeah.
for tomorrow than have it tomorrow.
Yeah, and we saw that happen last year with Tristan Swanson, who drove the car too, and we've seen him win some Legends Cup races. He was running towards the front. That crew chief is Kelly Byers, for those familiar in the NASCAR world. Remember that name?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So good to see the Minnesota-Wisconsin crowd come down here, get out of that cold weather like we were talking about earlier, and I'm sure they'll figure something out and most likely be back out there for tomorrow. So resetting the order for when we go back to green. Caution laps tonight do not count. What we did get word on during the drivers' meeting for the first time, I think, at Tucson, is we're doing the free pass, the lucky dog.
Yeah, and I believe
car lap down.
The 80 just secured that.
Yep.
So,
and Andre Prescott, another local. Also, they're doubling up. We're going to be doubling up all the way through the checkered flag.
Yeah.
All weekend long. So in the past, we got inside 25 laps or so, and we do single file restarts. But this year, double file all the way.
I like it. Cut no breaks. He's gotta go and improve it.
So yeah,
it looks like. What's that?
One lap to green.
Yep.
I was just going to give that.
Yeah, we were just going to say the same thing. So I think a driver that's kind of on the move, you could look at technically, I would say 4th through 6th. These drivers have not really lost pace to anybody, especially around them, especially to the leaders. And there's going to be some games, some tire-saving strategy, but we're going to see how Michael Scott and Cole Raz continue to duke it out up front.
Yeah, we're going green right now. The flag puts the green flag. Whoa! And we are going 4 wide, and we almost touched there. Oh.
Yeah.
John Dillon was a veteran enough to back it out there just a little bit. Brandon Carlson did the same. Kind of noticed that if they didn't, they were going to get good job by them. But now look at who's trying to take third. Kyle Reed moving into the 3rd spot, trying to clear Cassidy Hines. She's trying to come back. And Michael Scott kind of using an even higher line in the 82. Again, tonight to try out those different lines, see how it's working for you. Obviously, if we're going to be racing at 4 tomorrow, could be a bit different with still some sunlight, but by the time we get towards the end, it could be similar to this right now.
Well, like you were saying, Aaron, Kyle Reed is making his presence known here tonight. Day number 1 of 2 for the Chili Willy weekend. Closing into Michael Scott, who's starting a bit of a slide. And Cole Raz looking to break away from Scott, and Reed is now pulling in on Michael Scott. So battle for second potentially brewing.
Yeah, definitely. I actually did look it up. Kyle Reed, if my geography is correct, he has not raced in 3 time zones. He's not raced in 4 different time zones. He has raced in 5. Because Maritimes, Canada, they are 1 hour ahead of Eastern.
Well, we got to find him a track in Hawaii.
Good battle going on here for, I think that's 5th now. Tyler Herzog, he's moved up.
Huge pack for 5th if you want to get dicey there. You see Rudy to the outside. Dillon now making a move to the inside. All trying to work their way around Herzog.
Yeah, we'll see if Herzog can catch the top 4. That's your 2023 Madeira Speedway Pro Late Model champ with 3 victories.
And I think Rudy sums up with that 34 because it's slipping backwards.
Yeah. Rudy and Cody Vanderwall work in the dairy industry out there in Colorado. They got some dairy sponsorships on the hoods of their cars.
I think Dillon might be making a move for 5th here in just a lap or 2.
Yeah,
as we're going to watch Carlson and Rudy Vanderwall ballot it out. But look here.
Yeah, it seems like John Dillon's car runs better on the long runs. And you know, as a veteran racer like that, he might be he might be used to doing that strategy. Dillon with many wins in the Northwest Tour and the Rocky Mountain Challenge Series, some long distance events. So John Dillon, we'll see. He finished ninth here when Winter Heat ran, and the 14s almost got together further back.
What are you doing?
Brandon Carlson
What are they
and
doing?
Vanessa Robinson.
They're supposed to share the number, but not that way. And so we saw the pace dropping for the 34 of Rudy, and it's almost a non-surprise that he's going to be able to peel it into the pits, but unfortunate end early as we have 10 laps to go.
Yeah, hopefully the Flying Dutchman can get back out by tomorrow, but back up front here, Cole Raz still leading the way. He really wants this win here at Tucson. The family-owned number 27 entry this weekend, and saw Grayson Raz out there hanging out. And, Brandon Farrington, former Tucson champion, working with them. Jeff Jefferson, who I know has dabbled in the road racing world lately.
Yeah.
But that's a great crew around him, surrounding him to put down a solid run this whole weekend. Michael Scott still trying to chase down Cole Raz. Scott was last year's Colorado National Speedway runner-up behind Brett Yackey that we'll see later on.
Prescott's going to go back a lap down at the end of this one. It is number 80 getting passed by Raz, your leader. Next car up ahead will be John Lashley's number 05.
Don't count out guys like Andre Prescott, though, because he had a couple top fives here in weekly competition last year.
Well, the battle for the lead is not much, but there is still a battle down the back straightaway.
And John Dillon's still working on that one at Tyler Herzog.
That is a battle for fifth. Dillon down low. Herzog up on the high side. 3 laps to go. Dillon might have something for Tyler, but Tyler might also be able to stretch his legs a touch. Well, Raz down the back straightaway, getting by Jen Hall and the 57. Going to come to the white flag. Took the lead from the start, never looked back. Final lap, one more lap to go.
Yeah, it's the Cole Raz show up front. We'll see Sean Hingarani, who was just 2 thousandths of a second slower last night in the next race for the Supers. But Cole Raz takes the checkered flag this time. Michael Scott second, Kyle Reed third, Cassidy Hines in fourth, and Tyler Herzog holds off John Dillon for fifth. Yeah, like I was saying, Sean Hingarani's going to be tough to beat in the next race with the Derek Thorne Racing group.
Yes.
But I'm going to be excited to see tomorrow both that 27 and 13 on the track at the same time.
We're shaping up for a good one here tomorrow, folks. So don't miss it, whether you're live on FloRacing or going to be live and in person at Tucson Speedway. We're going to see one heck of a Chili Willy 150 taking place tomorrow, likely under the lights for the first time in a long time here at Tucson Speedway. Cole Raz going to go to victory lane as a main event winner already in 2024.
Raz running out of Lake Oswego, Oregon.
Didn't we communicate this last year? We said
What?
Don't park right in
You
front
know,
of the
racers,
flag
if you're watching, never park out the start-finish line because there's camera guys that are trying to document your victory lane celebrations. And what do we get? The flag stand.
We'll get to hear the good interview
Yeah.
here momentarily.
So we're going to send a trackside.
Congratulations, man. Cole looks like he's as fresh as when he started practice today. Just all nice and relaxed and cool and comfortable. All right, fans, Cole Raz. Cole.